Howdy guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video of Westland Survival. How we doing? Hope you guys are well. So, welcome to update 7.6. It is Westland Day. It is just around the corner. Let's celebrate with this holiday update, a special battle pass and other surprises. New horse saddles. Now you can craft your own saddles for your horses, enhancing their stats and enlarging their inventory. All blueprints for them are already available at the detail bench. Season of Celebration Battle Pass. Complete its task to win the special holiday items, and for the top prize a unique horse and other enhancements. So we've got another battle pass happening, but more on that later, because the most important thing is going to be all about the saddles. We are wanting to get a little bit more information, which I'm going to hopefully show you guys very soon once we get past through the boring old parts of going through the patch notes. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. But also, most importantly, any new updates, I go through this as a standard norm, so hopefully you guys understand. If you want to move ahead, move ahead. All right, are we ready to party? Join the Season of Celebration Battle Pass rewards. Your usual cowboy routine with great prizes and festive mood, I should say. The event runs from the 14th of July to the 9th. Yes, that's right. It'll be much longer to complete all tasks. So I think they basically took that as well as a bit of feedback from the previous battle pass as well. The feature will feature the usual number of tasks, but will be 7 days longer, which is good. It's actually good. You know, you don't have to grind throughout the whole period just to get it done. You've got a little bit of leeway there, albeit a week, but it's better than nothing. As always, the rewards include essential resources, VIP days, and other valuables, plus special festive themed items are available to enhance the celebration mood. And if you unlock the premium pass, you'll receive the most impressive prizes, including the Westland flag and a very unique horse, a midnight charge. I'm actually excited for that one there as well. Those distinctive appearance will be inherited by its offspring for generations. And of course, the battle pass rules, it's basically golden bullets again, and you will just have to go through the standard norm of being, I think, a level 30 or so, if I'm mistaken. Actually, let's turn that down to a little bit loud, isn't it? Hey, there we go. So at the time of this recording, it will be live. It will start in the next 2 hours. So can we have a quick look at that as well? So this is basically going to be the battle pass itself. So you've got your free on the top, the premium on the bottom, and if you scroll over to the side this way here, you guys will be able to see what type of rewards that you can expect to get as you move along. There are some pretty good stuff in there, especially for the free one as well. I can see you got a bit of dynamite action happening there, some resources as well, especially the tier 6 foods and stuff like that. All that is necessary to complete the shack at the Burial Wild. So that's something interesting there. What else do we have here? We've also got the Star Spangled Hat, and of course the Patriots backpack. That's actually a nice little prize for the freebie there as well. And we've got some seeds as well for the potato seeds. If you have a tier 6 farm, then go for it. Look at that. And yeah, look at that. Awesome. So that's what the Westland flag looks like. And then of course you've got Midnight Charge. So we don't know what the gender is going to be, unfortunately, but looks like it's going to be a saddler as well. So it's not a draft horse, because you can look at the speed there, look at the endurance, you know exactly what you're going to be up for. But it is a tier 4, which is nice to see. And then you've got, wow, look at the anniversary shotgun, a tier 6. 2400. Wow, that actually packs a lot of punch. And the anniversary revolver, look at that. Wow. Yeah, I'm hyped for that. I'm going to try and get all this done myself, so I can get all the end battle pass rewards. You know what I would really love, and I would hope the devs do this eventually at some point, is give us the ability to repair some of these anniversary or special weaponry as well, because I know some of the older ones that you can't actually repair them, which is a real shame and a real bummer, but I'd love for that to be something repairable at the repair bench. That'd be something really neat if they could do that at some point. Actually, one thing I haven't checked is if you can actually repair them in Silverton, but if anyone knows, let me know in the comments, because I've got a couple of things that I'd like to repair. But anyway, let's get out of that now, because I know what a lot of you people are here to see and here to wanting to suss out. Now, we've got to find out which workstation we are going to need to use. I don't know if it's the loom or if it's the tool bench. I think it's the tool bench actually. So let's go ahead and head over to our little tool bench over here. Do we have our... We do not. Where did they put them? Where did they put them? Let's have a bit of a suss here. Find out where are these new fan and dangle saddles. There we go. All right, so we have got the standard, which gives you the horse size bag to basically size 4, and then we've got the stock saddle, and then we've got the Shanane saddle. But that gives us 5, which is a max there. Interesting. I'm gonna have to make some iron fasteners as well at the same time. So see if we can do some of that in parallel. I don't know if if I do have any iron. We'll soon find out. Oh, okay, so you can actually make them all here in the detail bench. Of course, there you go. So I'm going to need 10, so I'm going to need 7 of those buggers there. So while that is happening, let's go ahead and get that on the craft. And then we've got the trial saddle as well, so that needs... Oh, wow. So you actually have to go through the motions and go through the tiers in order for you to unlock the next ones to go to the high one. So that is still another bag size of 5 that you can utilize. And then as you go down here, you've got the tier 5. So you've got the swamp saddle. That gives you 6, and that gives you 7, which is the wade. But that's a lot of resources that you're gonna have to pump in as well. And bear in mind, I've only got actually 4 saddle parts. So you know what, the shootout event is going to be very important. You can actually find extra saddles at Arabella as well. There's a trader there that does all of that sort of stuff too, so that is going to be another thing. But also we've got the outfitter saddle, and that's going to require quite a bit of resources to do as well, to sort of get that up to be crafted, I guess. And then you've got, of course, the it's the McLennan saddle. That's how you pronounce it. So that's going to give us the maximum of 8 as well. So actually, there's one thing I'm curious to know about as well, because our tier 4s, and then, oh, I've actually already got one. Hey, look at that. Oh, okay, so you probably get all of these at the one. Okay, interesting. So I'm guessing that some of your horses should already have these. Is that a thing? All right, well, let's take that with us. So we'll swap Horsey around, go back to Horsey here, and that is already there. Actually, let's do a test here. I've taken that off, and let's say for argument's sake, let's use Thunder. Swap over Thunder, take with you, and you don't have it. Okay, interesting. So it looks like you're provided with one freebie. Take with me. Okay, there you go. So I should probably cancel that one as well, because I'd probably want to upgrade that off the get-go, and I don't want to use all of my what do you call it? I don't want to use all of my saddles, you know. So I'd rather wait for that to be crafted, and then that way that will enable me to craft the stock saddle, which is not going to actually give me any sort of changes, but until I sort of go to the stock saddle, sorry, to the Shanane, I can't even pronounce it, but you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? We're going to need to move up the ranks to go and give us the better saddles. But one thing I'm actually curious to know, and I believe this is only applicable if we go to a level 5, because obviously level 4 doesn't have this, that there was the fact that you could actually upgrade. You can get the additional storage slots, providing that you have a tier 5 horse. So I think that's something that I'm sort of interested to see, only because how they've justified that now, which I guess in a way the justification is that they've made the saddles, but will our horses get other abilities if you rank them up to tier 5? That's something that I'm interested to know, because obviously I've got Ruby here, and Ruby was one from one of the previous battle passes. So I've got, you know, one with strong DNA, as you can see there, and an increased speed as part of the buffs. So I don't know whether or not, if anything changes if you do have a tier 5 horse. If you guys have a tier 5 horse in the comment section, pop that into the comments so we can know if there's been any changes on that front there as well. But what I might do is I'm just going to quickly review the full loading of the patch notes as well. So just to sort of give you guys a bit of an idea if there has been anything explained in that. So the new saddles, here we go. So there's 9 saddles, which basically has been shown to us, as I've shown you just beforehand, just to sort of give you guys a bit of an idea. So basically, as soon as you build, okay, so your very first cutting saddle, okay, there you go. The first cutting saddle comes to you, to your first horse, as soon as you build the stable. If you lose it for any reason, you can always craft a new one at the bench. There you go. So that's one thing. So that is cool. It doesn't really explain anything else above that, but here we go. So your loyal steeds will deserve the best harnesses. Now you can craft awesome saddles that boost your horse's stats and increase their saddlebag capacity. The higher tier and rarity of the saddle, the more the stat it boosts, and the extra more slots it unlocks. To craft better saddles, you'll need the previous one, allowing you to progress from the simplest to the best. Note the saddles of the same tier, but different rarities look the same. Rare saddles have one more slot than the uncommon, and the ones of the same tier. Saddles are universal and can be used across all of your horses, both riding and draft. You don't need to craft saddles for each of the horse individually. Well, that's nice. Equip the saddle, simply place it in the designated slot. When you switch horses, the new horse will automatically equip to the active saddle. So there you go. Okay, so that's basically how that is sort of designed in that sort of sense there. So I just wanted to sort of give you guys a bit of an idea with that. So there's really not much else to it in that sense there. I'm just flicking back between my recording and as I'm sort of speaking to you guys at the same time. So yeah, so this cutting saddle will continue to move about, providing that we change, or that we've got multiple horses that we switch out to, just so you guys got a bit of an idea and how that all sort of works. So yeah, just so you guys are aware on how that works, that's basically where things are at. But while we are waiting, I'm just going to quickly see, as that is still continuing. But I guess what I could do potentially is I could always go for the first upgrade, right? So if I take the saddle off my horse here, it doesn't mean that we can't actually ride our horse, because you've still got the riding function there. So that's still accessible to us. But I guess for me, what I want to do is I at least want to upgrade it to the, at least to the next tier, right? Because it's going to give me some certain buffs, so I may as well do just that, right? But the other thing I wanted to sort of show you guys as well, and what we'll do is we'll head out to Silverton as well. I'll do a quick little tour of the town as well, but more importantly, just to sort of go see Arabella to see if there's been any sort of changes, right? So at least that way you guys can actually see exactly what I was sort of trying to explain before. Let's get rid of that. We'll get rid of that, of course. It's always the obligatory stuff that comes through when you load back into the game, which is all well and good, no problems there. Alright, so the other thing is that they made some improvements over to the Wheel of Fortune as well. So Wheel of Fortune now offers prizes that match your character's level. There's amazing jackpots to be won. Temperature conditions have also been added to the crafting menu at the armor workbench. We'll double check that as well. Damage of wolves in packs in the Boreal Wilds have been reduced, which is a nice quality of life change. The damage of lone wolves remains unchanged. Well, that's understandable. Improved hunting quest description. Special weapon conditions are now better highlighted. The hitching post in Tekalenica has been moved next to the bar, and frontier trials can no longer be skipped. Well, oh, okay, that's interesting. The frontier trials can no longer be skipped. Okay, so we'll have to suss that out. And there's been other minor and major improvements. So really not too much else to sort of speak of. But let's head over to Arabella first, because I just want to suss out what I was explaining beforehand. I just want to see if any of this has been changed. It doesn't appear that it has been changed, so it's all still the same. If you want to purchase more saddles, and if you've got the coin to do so, then you can see it's normally 300 or 240 if you've got the VIP. But let's head over to Arabella as well, because I just want to see if anything's been changed in the description for the horses as well. So I'm mainly into drafts at the moment, but majestic breed, yeah. So skills unavailable. Horses skills unlocked at tier 5 and above. So that hasn't really changed. Okay, so at least that way we know that but that we're obviously definitely not going to get or see anything regarding the horse's capacity, because it's obviously being changed with the new update, which is understandable, which is what I wanted to sort of see in the first place, because I just didn't want that to be a sort of play on anything or anything like that. So I'm glad they attentioned that, and they have sorted that out accordingly. Well, look at that. Holy moly. Okay. 1,000 alloy ingots. Are you for real? And then you've got 100 iron ore as well there, and you've got 100 what do you call it, gunpowder. Oh, there's some pretty good stuff here. I mean, it almost wants you to actually do, you know what, let's just do it. I don't know what I'm going to get here, but I may as well go for it, just so you guys can see it. Why the hell not? And then obviously you got the freebie as well, which is fine, but still, I've got 100 iron for doing nothing, for dropping some coin down. I know it's not to everybody's you know, liking, or if they haven't got the ability to spend that amount of coin, but for those that do, you never know what you're going to get your hands on. You know, there you go. So, okay, look, the singular things, okay, fair enough, probably not worth your while there. But you know, getting a couple of nickel plated parts as well, which is nice to get, but getting 100 iron ore, you know, I didn't have to go and mine that. But I mean, I would have been wrapped if I picked up the 1,000 nickel ore. That would have been freaking hilarious to show you guys on camera if that actually happened. But oh my goodness, that would have been something else. Oh man, that would have been something else indeed. All right, let's quickly head back to home base as well, because I just want to show you guys the clothing, the weather elements as well. So that'll be the last thing I want to sort of check out for you guys while I've got you here today. But let's see how we are doing with regards to, we are still a little while away, which is fine. I've already spent 400 coin here today, so I'm not going to bother spending a little bit more coin. I can wait for that, of course. So, okay. So, it basically gave us weather conditions. Okay, cool. So, here we go. So, let's look at this as, because this is the first one I've seen. Effective conditions up to cold, -10, -22, -22 again, and -10. But then if you go down to, say, like the gunslingers here, heat up to 32 degrees, 44. Wow, 44. There you go. That's huge. That's actually quite hot, in a sense. Let's just go back. I just want to see Barua Wild stuff as well. Cold up to -28, -10, 16, and then the Klondike here, which is the only rare that I've got in the tier 6 range, Heat up to 26. Okay, so this is interesting. Well, there you go. So anything tier 5 related doesn't have the best attribute for the heating. I've got a bit of cold factor as well in that as well, as you can see. So -4 on that, and then plus 26 is the best. But if you look at this, so the gunslinger is actually a pretty good kit of armor to actually utilize, especially when you're in the southern zone. So I'm guessing that's obviously going to play a part for those that are that do frequent or have only got accessibility to the southern zone. So let's have a quick squiz at that too while we're here. So let's go Ashgrove. That's plus 26. That's not too bad. Plus 32. So you're going to need, if you don't have any of the food buffs like any sort of liquids, then that's going to be an impact to you guys because of the style of the nature of the elemental status of the Flutter Plateau zone, and the same would be said for the Chromite mine as well. I don't know whether that's changed. Do we have actually more increase of Chromite drop? I don't know. Might have to suss that out. Shallow Lake is the same, so about 29. Interflu, wow, 35. And I don't know why the Steamboat is registered as that, but there you go. Same thing with the Trader House. Let's have a look at the Cultist 20, which is fairly tame. So deep water is fairly tame across the board. The bayou is going to be the same as well. And then if we go over to say like here, so -4, -7, -10, -1, so that's fine. Highlands is -13, 7 for that, and the workers camp is 1. And then you've got here Denali Mountains, and then you've got the Diggers Den, so let's suss that out. -19 for that. And then you got -19 again, and then -13 for that, and then Burial is -4, which is the most tame out of the rest of them. And then obviously you've got Tekalanika is the least chilliest, if that's a thing at all. But all right, well that's it. So okay, so the battle pass is about to commence. Okay, so the anniversary update for that will happen soon. But also from there, we do have the newer additions, being the saddles and everything else that's been released. And yeah, the what do you call it? The Wheel of Fortune, not bad. I'm actually quite impressed with that. I'm glad that they've updated that. So yeah, which is a good thing. I hope they're going to attention other little bits and pieces like that further down the line. So considering that they did the Wheel of Fortune quite easily in that sense, I'm hoping they're going to focus on things like raiding. Will that be updated? Will that change? Will that be a little bit better? I'm hoping that we'll get some updated information about that later on. If that's in the pipeline or not, who knows? But again, I keep referencing that all the time, every time I do raids. So hopefully something like that might change soon. I don't know. Maybe I'm just giving a bit of a hint to the devs. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. I want to thank you guys for watching, stopping by, checking out this one here. Please leave a like, comment down below, share if you can. And if you guys are new to the channel or not, and you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alrighty guys, take it easy from me, and as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.